What's going on, everybody? It's Faye Dating Coach Elliot Scott, and as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about 5 things that a guy does, your guy, that shows he is not looking for a relationship. So this is for the woman who was talking to a guy for a month, okay, kind of in the air on still what this is or where it's going or how he feels. If he's doing one of these things, an alarm bell should be going off, okay? And I'm going to explain why that is. So the first thing, right, the first sign that this guy doesn't want a relationship, he might like you, but he doesn't want a relationship, is sporadicness. Now, why is this? From an evolutionary perspective, momentum is everything when it comes to attraction. Attraction is very momentum based. The more we see each other, now I don't mean that like literally seeing you every day, there is a diminishing return to it, but the more consistent I am with seeing you, hearing your voice, taking you out on dates and building this connection with you, the better. The better. If you're talking to a guy and you hear from him a couple times a week and you see him, a couple times a month, that's a problem. That's a problem. Even if you are talking to a guy semi-consistently, but his texting patterns are kind of shit, like you hear from him several times a week, but not every day or close to every day, or you see him every 10 days or whatever it is, again, you have a problem. Now, why is that? Just first off, I'm going to give you the disclaimer, trust me, bro, kind of thing. Like what I'm telling you is true. I'm a guy and I pulled this BS, but I'll give you some science behind it. So here are the reasons I believe a guy is sporadic with you. Is he lacks feelings. He might like you, but not enough, okay? He might be unsure about you. You have to understand what you're going to see in the next point, that investment's everything. Investment is very important. If a guy is not investing in you consistently, there is a problem, okay? So his sporadicness kind of is a thing of that. He's unsure about you. He's taking you for granted. So it could be on the other end where it's like, okay, well, I invested a lot. I hung out with her a lot. She's cool, but he feels like he has you, right? He's taking you for granted now because too much of a good thing, okay? Which kind of leads to the next one is he has you. He believes he has you. We are very resourceful creatures. I cannot stress that enough. If a guy feels like he has you and he's taking you for granted, he's going to be very sporadic with his texting, or his communication, which to me is a sign that he doesn't like you, because even if that's the case, well, then why aren't we just continuing what we have and then transition to a relationship? The fact that he's being sporadic with it means he's investing it elsewhere, okay? Which goes to the next thing, right? He's hesitant on investing, or he's just not investing consistently. One of the clearest signs, ladies, that a guy likes you is he's consistently investing his resources over time. Any guy could do it for the first month, but can he do it over time? If he can't, there's a reason. Right here's part of it, okay? But then he doesn't see you long term, okay? He doesn't see you worthy of it. Maybe he already got what he wanted out of the investment. Or, just like I said, he's investing in others. Ladies, if a guy is not investing in you, if a guy is sporadic with you, okay, he is talking to others. It is just clear as that. I wish I can make that more clear, but that's just how men work, okay? Which this leads to the third thing. You're going to see how all these things stack together. Is there's no progression in the relationship. You would be shocked on how many clients come to me where they're talking to a guy for 2, 3, 4 months, but they're still not in a relationship. Now, you might be like, well, then I would cut it off. But the problem is, men are really good at making it seem like it's progressing because they're talking to you all the time. They're seeing you often. You guys hook up and he's still cool after, but it isn't actually progressing. One way to look at that is to see if he's doing any countermeasures, which I call buying time. So yes, I might see you a lot, I might hang out with you a lot, but I'm also buying time to have the talk. And there's 2 ways guys do this, through words and actions. So words are the phrases I tell you all in my videos that you should be avoiding, or you should just turn down and shove in his face immediately, like, nah, bro, that's no, like I'm not gonna fall for that. And those are things like, hey, I need more time. Hey, we're moving too fast, so he might gaslight you. Hey, I just got out of a relationship. I don't know if I'm in the mindset for one, but if I am, I'll let you know. Or I'm not really wasn't really looking for a relationship, but I like you and I want to explore this and see what happens. Buying time, right? Quotes, basically. And actions are the same thing, but with actions. He might space you guys out a little. He might add spacing between this, or he might be sporadic and hesitant on the investing. He might not see you for a bit. He might keep his dating profiles up. He might not thread your relationship as much as he used to, or weave it, meaning like meeting friends and family, seeing you consistently, keeping things over the house, staying over, the future planning, like all that kind of like just goes to the wayside, okay? He's just buying time. And one of the reasons for this is it could be this stuff, right? Maybe there's others. Maybe I don't see you long term. Maybe I'm taking you for granted. But for the most part, it's because the guy's in a really good position. He's having his cake and eating it too. He doesn't want to progress it towards a relationship because he's either unsure about you, unsure about a relationship, or he doesn't see the benefit of transitioning into a relationship because he's in a good position. He can have his cake and eat it too. What would he gain that he's not getting right now? You got to remember that, ladies. You have to know what your bargaining chip is. I know that sounds effed up in dating, but it's the truth, right? This kind of goes off this one. Not only is he not progressing it, he's not defining it. Now, why do guys not define a relationship? Again, these are all just clear signs. If I want a relationship, first off, just to be very logical, ladies. If I want a relationship, I'm going to progress. I'm not going to be sporadic. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to invest. I'm going to progress, and I'm going to try to define it. We are risk avoidant creatures. If I want a relationship, if I'm doing all these things, I'm putting myself at risk for losing you. Any high value woman would say, Elliot, take a hike. Like, you're doing this shit? No. Like, any high value woman would do that. So number one, the fact that you're not doing that lets him know, okay, I got you. But the reason he doesn't want to define the relationship either is because there's responsibilities that come with it. I tell my clients all the time, which by the way, if you want to get a session with me or get my guides that go really deep into this, links are down below. 1 hour session, confidential, you and me, we'll break down your situation. But I tell women that, what's it called? Not dating. Well, dating is also, but a relationship is a lifestyle, right? Like your problems become my problems. I got to see you all the time. I got to listen to you fucking bitch and complain. I'm not saying that's what women do, what relationships are about, but you know what I'm saying. I got to take myself off the market. I'm dropping all other women for you. I'm taking down my dating apps. I am, having to split my time between my homies and you now. Like it's a responsibility, okay? And then of course, accountability and confrontation. If you guys have the talk of a relationship and he's not living up to it, right? He has to be held accountable. You have to confront him. So if he doesn't want a relationship or he's unsure about one, he'd rather just not invest or define it, okay? Now, with all this being said, here's the funny thing. You would be shocked because you're all probably thinking, okay, yeah, Ellie, you don't even give me this last one. I'm not dumb enough to fall for that hope. Like, he's doing all this, I'm out. But here's the thing. He's so good at screwing up constantly, right? But you still stick around. And the reason is you are probably falling for it. He's probably giving you hope because a lot of women will come to me. I get it, guys, I get it in the messages all the time. My DMs, my comments, all that. Like, it's pretty common sense, which it is, but it's pretty common sense. Elliot, I don't know what these girls are confused about, or I don't know why these girls are asking you to explain it. I mean, if a guy likes you, you'll know. If a guy doesn't like you, you'll know. That's true, but men are very good at giving you hope. I say hope is the anchor that keeps you at shore. Hope is his not get out of jail free card, but like the ace in the hole type of thing. Like he has to give you, because he knows, we all know, if he's doing this stuff, he's effing up. He's effing up. But if for some way he can perform some good acts and give you some promises, just like I said over here, where he's trying to buy time. Well, I'm not sure right now, but I like you. Don't leave. I want to see where this goes. If I'm ready for a relationship, I'll tell you. I promise. Like all that type of stuff. A woman's going to stick around because she's hopeful. She doesn't want to be the reason it doesn't work out because what he's saying sounds pretty good. Well, she's going to justify it. Well, we like each other. We're getting along. He is nice to me. He's very clear with his communication. He's honest. He's transparent. He knows. He lets me know how he feels. We're great at communicating and working through these things. He got a big old dong, like whatever it is. Okay, you're going to justify it and help him out and keeping you hooked with hope, right? And then on top of it, like I said, he's going to give you promises. He's going to act well and nice and sweet and this and that. He just can't give you a relationship, but he's still a good guy. So again, you're going to stick around. And that's where he reaps the benefits. And when that's the case, that kind of casts a whole shadow back over all this, which is, well, I feel like I have you because you fell for it. You're not fucking going anywhere, right? Or I'm not going to invest in you because I have you, right? And I'm going to invest in others. Or why would I define the relationship or progress it when I'm reaping the benefits and I don't have to do those two things. So you have to understand, ladies, this all works together. If you are hopeful in a relationship right now, you're in the wrong, right? You're in the wrong relationship, wrong space. You got no power. Get a session with me, okay, ladies? I love you all. Take care. Don't fall for this crap. And peace.